Yeah, I think we're playing confidently. We just feel like nobody can stop us. That's kind of our attitude in terms of that. And I think we were playing pretty well. Losing a couple guys on the perimeter, we adjusted to that pretty well in terms of C.J. Hatchett coming in and Josh Cook playing on the outside. It was like, we didn't miss a beat in terms of that, so that didn't affect us. And I just think we had a good plan, and Justin Arias was on fire.
Is that his best individual game?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, since he's been here, yeah, for sure. But he's playing extremely consistent. It's hard to fool him. He's played enough football where it's hard to trick him, or there's a lot of things that he's seen just about anything that you can do to him at this point after 16 starts or whatever, and it's harder to fool him, and he's just more calm, and we're protecting him. I mean, I believe the biggest difference in our offense this year is our front, and our front allows us to run the football, which takes pressure off the quarterback, but they protect him, and he's getting hit maybe 2-3 times a game as opposed to many more in previous years.
So since teams aren't able to get pressure on him, at least they haven't as of late, because I think you've given up 1 sack in 3 games, something like that?
Yes.
So in the back end, that is the key to trying to fool you? Is that what they're trying to do to Arias, to give him different looks and confuse him?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting multiple coverages, and they're going to try to pressure you at certain times in the game, and both to take the run away or to get pressure on the quarterback, and we've handled that pressure pretty well.
Your tight end depth, you have some guys unavailable to start the year, and they've come in. What do they provide, specifically Tyler Wright, Tyler Graves?
Well, I think they've given us a little bit of a lift. I mean, they come in and they haven't played a ton, but when they come in, they make a big play, and they've been extremely consistent in our run game, and they combined for 8 catches. That position combined for 8 catches and 162 yards last week, and all by 3 guys. And we were confident that those guys have all been in the program for 3 years. So we look to those guys. We have confidence in that position that they're going to perform, on down to down. So it's not a surprise that they played that well. It's just, against Eastern, that was the opportunity that we look for in terms of what they were showing us coverage-wise and that type of deal. It seems like from week to week, it's a new guy or a different guy every week, and to me, that's the best part of what we're doing now is we have 11 guys that man the position, and we don't have to count on one particular guy to make every play.
You said it's week to week. It depends on the matchup, and one guy has a really good game. But Madison's had, I think, now 3 games in a row. You basically played half,
Sure.
And he had 132 yards. So it's not just teams haven't been able to defend it so far.
He's a big sucker out there. I mean, he's hard to deal with because he's so strong physically that the smaller corners have a tough time, and then he even outmuscles the big guys. So, man, he's just playing real consistent. He runs really crisp routes. He's a veteran guy. He's got a lot of experience, and we've been able to take some of the matchups with him and throw over the top, and that's been helpful.
When you're in a shootout like you were on Saturday, is you calling the plays? Is there more pressure, or does it allow you to open up the playbook because your guys are performing so well?
No, we just continue to see what the defense has given us and where are we going to go next, and how are they playing us coverage wise? What are they playing consistently over there? What downs are they pressuring? That's all what we're looking at. It's really not. All we want to do is get the ball back so we can score. That's the only thing we can control. So that's the only thing. Our main focus is what happened last series, what's happened previous in the game, and then what are we going to do next. So all we're doing is being anxious to get the ball so we can score. That's really what we're focusing on.
I'd have to think, Coach, that from an offensive standpoint, the confidence of the offensive unit has got to be higher than maybe it's been since you and Mike have been here.
Yeah, I think that's a big key. I mean, we have a lot of guys that have a lot of starts. I mean, to start the year, we had 132 starts coming back before the year started, and I think that's critical in terms of experience and understanding how you prepare. How do you prepare for games? How do you get ready, even in pregame, all that stuff. And I think it's helped us play way more confident in terms of that. And we've had pretty much the same guys now for 2 years because we didn't lose many off of last year's unit, and we only lose two or three starters off of this unit for next year. So the continuity with that is big as well.
No substitute for experience.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's huge. I mean, every year I see the rankings come out, right? And I'm talking about even in 1A, and they talk about how many starts the O-line has. And the teams that have the most starts in their front usually are pretty good. And we have a lot of starts in our front that came back, and now they're strong enough to handle that. But as a unit, we're playing with a lot of confidence, like you were saying.